This is not a video that I want to make. There's gonna be crying in this video. And I feel the need to come on here and make a video because I think that you guys need an explanation, because I can't just come back to my channel and be like if nothing ever happened. So I'm gonna start from the beginning and I'm gonna try to explain everything, how it happened, because I know no matter what I'm going to get hate for this, but I really will appreciate anyone who understands and who can just understand the situation. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. Last Monday, exactly a week ago, Luis had mentioned that he had found this husky ad on Craigslist. This is where we got our puppy from, and he showed me the pictures and I immediately fell in love with Levi. He was so different from the rest of the other puppies. There was 3 other ones, but Levi really stood out to me. He was beautiful. He had a light mask and I just fell in love with him. And Luis was like, do you want to contact them and see how much they're asking for him? So I said, yes, let's do it. So I texted the people from Luis's phone and we were talking, and they told us that Levi was still available and that he was ready to go home with us. So we asked him how much he was, and he was, I'm gonna give you guys all the details so you guys can know the whole thing. They asked for $500 or better offer, but we said we'll give you $500 for him because, you know, he's such a beautiful dog that, you know, we'll just give you the $500. So we decided to meet the next day at a park, and I mean, I didn't think that was suspicious at all. I don't know, I thought it was, I guess, safer. So we met at a park the next day. We gave them the $500 and they gave us the puppy. And as soon as we saw Levi, he wasn't really like playful or anything. Like, he looked really shy and scared, and you can even see like in our past video how like not playful he was. He looked sad, and I just thought that was normal, you know, like he was, you know, getting taken away from his mom. So I thought it was totally normal. But when we saw them at the park, they said that he was the most playful out of the whole bunch, that he was just a really playful puppy, but like I didn't see that. And they told us it's gonna take him a little bit of time for him to get used to it. And then she also said he's gonna have diarrhea for the first few days, so until he gets used to you guys. And I thought that was weird because I've never had a puppy have diarrhea when we first get him, but I mean, I just trusted the people. I'm a very trusting person. I trust anyone. Like, if you're a nice person, I trust you right off the bat. So that's a big thing with me. I need to change that because people take advantage of me sometimes because of that reason. So I just trusted the people. Like, we were just excited to get Levi. We were just excited to get a husky because, how I said, he was my dream dog, and I was just excited. I didn't even think twice. Like, when we saw the ad, I didn't think twice to even ask who the people were who sold them to us. Like, I don't know, I was just excited, I guess. But I mean, you learn, you live and you learn. So this is definitely a lesson. So anyways, we brought him home, and he was never playful. I mean, sometimes when I would talk to him, he would wiggle his tail, and that would make me super happy because I'm like, oh, look, he's getting used to us. The first day that he was here, like, you know, throughout the night, and then the next morning, so on Wednesday morning, we gave him food and everything, and he only ate once. And then that same day on Wednesday, he threw up. And that's when I started getting concerned, because I'm like, why would he throw up? Like, the people had told us what type of food he ate, and we went to get the exact brand, the exact food for him, for, you know, for him to eat that. So he threw up the food that he ate, and I thought that was weird. I started getting a little bit worried, and that same night my mother-in-law came over and my little sister-in-law came over, and she thought it was weird as well that he threw up. And I'm like, yeah, I just think he's trying to get used to us. I think it's normal. And I was just like trying to think positive and just to think that, you know, he was gonna get used to us, and it was just like a stage. But the next morning, on Thursday morning, he was really down, and I was like, okay, this is definitely not normal. I'm going to, first thing I did when I woke up, I went to look at him. He had not eaten ever since that last time that he threw up. He didn't even touch his food. He was drinking water, but very little as well. So I was like, I'm gonna take him to the vet because I'm scared that there's something wrong. So I took him to the vet, and they told me he might have parvo, which is a really bad virus in puppies that can be fatal. And they tested him for parvo, and it came back positive. So our puppy had a parvo, and the people that sold him to us with parvo. And here are the red flags. Huskies are, he was a full breed husky, so he is pretty expensive. Like if you go to a pet store or whatever, he's gonna be at least $2,000. So when they told us $500, we thought it was a really good deal, so we took it. So that was red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, meeting at a park. We never knew this girl's name either. Like, we don't know her name. We literally did not do any research, and that was our biggest mistake. This is why I'm saying that I definitely learned from this. That was our biggest mistake, not doing any research on the people who sold them to us. But how I said, we were just excited. So that was red flag number 2, meeting at a park and not knowing the people. And then number 3 was the girl saying that he was gonna have diarrhea for the first days, and that's what he had. He had diarrhea the whole time that we had him, but that's definitely not normal. If your dog has diarrhea, it's not normal. So when they told me that he had a parvo, they told me we can do a in-hospital treatment for $2,000, or you can take him home and do the home treatment. And I was like, I'll just opt for the home treatment because, you know, the treatment is really expensive. So I ended up paying $500 to bring him home and to do the treatment here. They gave me fluids for him. This is the second bag of fluids that he had, and we didn't even finish him. They gave me these pills for pain, and they also had given him 2 shots there in the hospital. And that's what we did. So for the first 2 days that he was here at home doing the treatment, that's what we did. But then I saw that he was not getting any better, so I decided to go on Google and do some research myself. And I saw a few videos on YouTube for dogs that had parvo, and they had to use these 2 things. And these 2 things are like pretty expensive as well. I spent $100 on these 2. So we called around to local stores, and we finally found these, and we went to pick them up and immediately started him on those. We were also giving him Pedialyte, and we were giving him chicken broth because that's what the vet suggested. And I honestly, guys, I wanted to do everything that was in my power to save this puppy's life, because he was already our puppy. Like, he was already part of our family. Like, I was not gonna just let him die, you know. So I didn't care how much money I had to spend on him as long as we could save him. So that's why I kept trying new things to make him get better. And a few times he did get up and was wiggling his tail, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's getting better. I'm so excited that he's getting better. But then suddenly he would drop again and like start feeling bad again. He was literally just laying down the whole time, sleeping. He could barely walk. He was so weak. So I just wanted to do anything that was in my power to make him get better. So on Saturday is when we went to get these two, and then we gave them to him, and on Sunday he still was not getting any better. So my father-in-law had said that Pepto-Bismol and garlic was good for saving puppies with parvo, so I decided to take him to my in-laws, and they gave him Pepto and garlic, and they made him like some like a shake with eggs and milk to get some nutrients and some vitamins in him, because he was he had not eaten ever since we got him. So we gave him Pepto and we gave him garlic, and what else did we give him? We were still giving him Pedialyte and then some. So we were just trying to keep him alive. The poor puppy was still so weak. And then yesterday my mother-in-law came by and we gave him Pepto and garlic again, and we gave him that shake with eggs and milk. And then this morning I woke up at 5 in the morning just to make sure just to see how he was, and to give him more medicine and to give him some Pedialyte as well. So that's what I did. And then I woke up, I got up this morning to take a shower with the girls, and then after I got out I started making breakfast, and the puppy was just laying down next to the door in a little blanket that I put for him, and he looked really, really weak. Like, I knew he was not getting better, but I did not think that he was gonna pass. Like, I just didn't think he was gonna pass. So I was making breakfast. And then Luis went to look at him and he said, "What did you give him?" And I said the same thing, Pedialyte and the medicine. And then I went to look at him and he was breathing really weird, like he was taking his last breath. And I was like, "Luis, he's dying. He's dying, Luis, I can tell he's dying." And I like walked away because I could not see him. I could not deal with the fact that he was dying. So then I walked away, and then a few minutes later I went to see him again just to make sure if he was breathing or not, and he was not breathing anymore. He had passed and he looked super stiff and he had passed away. These people sold us a puppy with parvo. He was sick. And I tried contacting the people the day that he was diagnosed. I called her and I told her, I was talking to her, and she pretended like she didn't know. And I told her, "You need to go get the other puppies checked because they have 3 other puppies." I was like, "You need to go get them checked because they most likely will have parvo as well, and you cannot sell puppies like that." This whole week we went through so much struggle trying to save this puppy. We didn't even have him for a whole week. Good morning, baby. We didn't even have him for a whole week and he passed away, and the whole time he was sick. It's okay. It's okay. So these people sold us a puppy, and she told me, she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can give you your money back." And I'm like, "Yeah, that would be great because I spent a lot of money on the treatment, and you know, I think that was what was fair, since we were going to be taking care of him and trying to save him." So we agreed that she would give me $300 back. I said, "You don't have to give me all the $500 back, just give me $300, because I saw that she was, you know, understanding, and I really appreciated that. But after we got off the phone call, I texted her with the receipts of the vet, with the parvo test coming positive and everything, and then she didn't reply. And then I texted her, "What's wrong, baby? Come here." And then I texted her throughout the whole day, and she just kept ignoring me. I tried calling her and she ignored me. So she knew that this puppy had parvo and she didn't care. Okay, my camera died, so sorry about that. But Cami is now nursing. But I was saying that these people knew that they were selling sick puppies and they didn't care. And they put us through so much struggle and now suffering, because we're suffering the loss of what we thought was going to be our forever puppy. I had so many hopes and dreams for this puppy. I wanted him to grow with the girls. I wanted him to last us for as long as possible. I wanted him to grow with us. I wanted him to just be our best friend, and now that's gone. Now that's completely gone. So I don't know what else to say. I just thought that I would come and explain to you guys, because you guys deserve to know, since I did introduce him to the channel. And you know, I think that was what was fair. I was dreading doing this video because I know that I'm gonna get hate from a lot of people, but trust me, we tried to do as much as we could to save the puppy's life. But he was just so young that he couldn't survive the virus. Like, this virus is horrible. It's the worst virus for puppies to ever get. And he was barely 8 weeks old, so honestly he was super strong, because he had this disease ever since we got him. And he lasted us 6 days. So yeah, please make sure that you take your dogs to the vet and get their shots. By the way, this dog already came with shots. According to the people, he had shots, and I was gonna take him to the vet during that week to make sure that everything was good with his shots, and, like, you know, to get him checked and to get him registered on to a vet so he can get like regular checkups, because how I said, I wanted this dog to last us forever. So I wanted to make sure that he had everything that he needed for him to last us. So anyways, now he's gone. I hope that you guys can understand our situation and what happened. We had no idea. And yes, we could have done a little more research, but how I said, we were just excited, and we've never gotten a puppy like this before. So we just didn't know. And now we learned our lesson. I will never be buying a puppy from a breeder that I don't know. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Rest in peace, Levi. And I prayed for him so much, and I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But at least this puppy is not suffering anymore. So I guess that's what matters the most, and we'll overcome this. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in our next one. Bye.